All painted and ready for the water effects. Time for a closer look at my terrain square corner piece. Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, the painting is finished. Just finished painting the pipes. In a minute I'm going to glue them onto the piece of terrain. I'm going to show you them glued onto the terrain at the end of the video, and then all I'll have to do is the water effects. So first of all I'm going to go in and show you the pipes painted up a little bit closer, but before I do that, as always, just a little shout out to the two sponsors of the Terrain Square Corner competition this year, and that is WarGames and also Inside Out Terrain. There are links in the description below. Please head on over and check them out. Okay, so let's have a closer look at these pipes. So the first one, which is that very long straight pipe, I'm just going to basically push them through so you can see the details. So painted the silver, my normal Necron silver, so it's a dry brush of chainmail and then bolt gun metal. Painted the green areas with scorpion green and snot green, and then painted the skulls white. Took me 3 coats to get them a nice bright white. In the end I painted a little light down the bottom there, gold. It just looked too much like a light and I thought the gold would just take that away from it. And then I painted everything else obviously green just there. Just going to turn that one around, show you the other side. So coming through, and those little shields, I painted those with the green. I did have an eye about putting a bit of gold on there, but I decided not to in the end. I thought it'd be too much gold. Painted the little skulls underneath the shields. And that is the entire first pipe. So that's that one. The second one, just here. So again, painted the shields. The scarabs. Never painted these before, so I came up with a slightly different paint scheme to what I would normally do. Gave them these gold wings, which I think helps add the gold to the terrain. Weathered up the broken pipe area. Again, painted all the skulls white. Just turn that round. Really liking these. I think they're definitely looking quite Necron-ish. Certainly, I think I've totally managed to remove the Imperial feel to these pieces. And then finally, arguably the best pipe is this one here. So just slide this across. That's that monolith section, painted up quite nicely. Looks like a pipe. And then we've got the main command section. Again, I did that white skull on there. And then you've got the 2 little staffs coming around. Again, the broken section with the, if I can get into the camera, little scarab just on there. And then the other side, now I've still got to put in the 4 little green rods, but I won't do that until I've varnished the pipes. Now I do varnish all of my terrain, just because I think it helps protect it. So once I've glued everything together, I'll varnish it before I do the water effects. So that is that pipe there. There you go. Now I did paint also the Blood Angel's bike. So now I didn't go too crazy with this. I just did quite a basic paint scheme. So the black and the silver areas I just dry brushed with a highlight. The red I painted with Methystone red, and I just did some blending on it. And then just to confirm, for Cruorangelussilicis, Mike, it definitely is a Blood Angel bike. Like, I put a Blood Angel's blood drop on there, just to confirm it's Blood Angels. I didn't do any highlighting on that side of the bike because that's going to be sort of on the board like this, and then I worked out where the explosion was going to be from the pipes, and it's coming in at that area there. So I did a load of weathering, just like as if it exploded and some dust and debris hit the bike. So that was that. I also did the helmet. I don't know how well I can hold this, but did the helmet, and on one side again it's got the explosion. Now this helmet is literally just a helmet, it's not the Blood Angel's head in there. I've decided what he did, he got off his bike, he walked up to the Necron section, and then he took his helmet off and placed it on the ground before he put his finger in the hole. Then he put his finger in the hole and he exploded into so many bits that there's no body pieces left, except his helmet left on the floor and his bike just down the road a little bit. So that's it. Right, what I'm going to do now is glue them on to the piece of terrain, and then I shall come back and we'll have a closer look at it. So there you go, that is everything glued on. I've literally just finished gluing. I am going to give it a good amount of time to dry, just to make sure everything is stuck down solid. It seems like it is, I mean there's no movement, but I will just make sure. Not only that, but sometimes the super glue will sort of burn into some of the paintwork, so I'll just let it fully dry, just double check there's no burn marks. If there is, I'll just touch up here and there. And then I will give it a coat of varnish, stick in the little green rods that I was talking about, just in there, and then I'm ready for the water effects. And I think I'm going to go for some sort of green water effects, of course, and I'm going to do around this sort of area where the explosion was, I'm going to do some like bubbles, and I'm going to have like a lighter green in there. Like I said, I'm following Luke APS's tutorial on his like acid pool thing, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's nerve-wracking, but it should be fun, so yeah, I can't wait to get cracking on that. Just gonna zoom in a little bit for you so you can see a little bit more detail. Let's just move this over. So that is the explosion section, looking pretty cool. I'm just going to turn it around as well so you can see it from the other side. Okay, so there you go, that's how it's looking from the back. So if you are playing with this piece and it's on your side of the table, I think it looks pretty smart still from the back. Plenty of room to get your models on. And obviously you'll be able to stand on the water effects as well, so I think hopefully it's going to be a very usable piece of terrain. It's going to be in the corner, but I think it's big enough for people to still actually use it, which is obviously a key thing. I do want the piece of terrain to be used, but yeah, I really can't wait to get this finished and actually play my first game on it. I think it's going to be really good fun, but first of all I've got to get those water effects in without any epic fails, so fingers crossed for that. I'm feeling confident, I'm sure it will go okay. I've put loads and loads and loads of PVA glue and polyfiller all in the areas that I'm going to have the water effects, so I'm feeling pretty confident, to be fair, but you never know. Okay, so that is it for this update. Really hope you like how it's looking. Don't forget to check the Get It Painted Google Plus page on there. There's a little like tab, the Terrain Square competition. Check out that tab, there's loads and loads of entries and videos from different people there, so head on over, check them out, and if you see someone you're not subscribed to, why not give them a sub. Okay, so that's it then for me. Thanks for watching.